All right, what's going on, guys? We are back. I am back. Um, Past few days I've been a little busy. Still, I'm feeling a little sick, but I think I'm over it now. It was just a few days, so I'm back, ready to make some or give you guys some more tips on lineups. Real quickly before I get started with a breakdown of the MLB slate, people have asked me like, "Hey, how should I manage my money and stuff like that?" So if you guys want me to create a full video for that, I will later today. But real quickly, I would always recommend playing 80% cash games and 20% GPP. So if you had $10, I would say throw $4 in in cash games, $1 in GPP, and then hold on to five. I always pocket 50% of my earnings just so I can always kind of be making a profit and never actually lose money. It's worked really well for me so far. So I would recommend you guys do the same. So without further ado, let's get right into the slate breakdown. So we got pitchers right here. Let me just really say that the past few days, the slates have been awful. Yesterday's was 5 games, not that great, and one almost got rained out, so I didn't play yesterday. A few days ago, just no pitchers, all hitters. It's been an awful few days, but we're back on track with a big 14-game slate. Pitcher wise, we got the top option at Chris Sale. He's automatic. He's as close to Russell Westbrook in NBA that you're gonna get. I think you have to play Chris Sale against Oakland in cash games. For tourneys, there are so many other options here that you might be able to fade him and get away with it. But for cash games, Chris Sale is the main guy. Same thing with DeGrom. For tourneys, definitely would say maybe stay away from DeGrom, but for cash games, he's one of the safest options. Quintana's overpriced. I really don't like him. Hasn't been himself this year, so Alex Wood, I love Alex Wood in the spot. He has had two back-to-back excellent games. He blanked Colorado in Coors Field. His strikeouts are up. He's not even throwing a lot of pitches. His pitch count's been he hasn't topped 100 this season. And he's just been spectacular this season. He's going up against Miami in the Pitchers Park in LA. So I love Alex Wood at 9,400. I think he's one of the closest things to a must play. Severino's in a good spot here. Tampa Bay, they're a really big boom or bust offense. They'll either score a lot of runs or strike out a ton. Severino's already played them, and he beat them. 34.2 fantasy points at 11K, so I love Severino in this spot, at Tampa especially. Charlie Morton's a guy I usually love. I love Charlie Morton, but not this week against Cleveland. I'm not really liking Gio Gonzalez in cash games just because he's too inconsistent or too hit or miss. But in GPPs against Atlanta without Freeman, by all means, fire him up. I love Taijuan Walker tonight. I don't think he'll be high owned just because of the amount of pitchers here, but he's going up against the Padres offense in San Diego. Uh, I think he gets at least 8 strikeouts today, and he goes 6, 7 innings. I really love Taijuan Walker. Chris Tillman is an interesting play. His advanced numbers don't look too great, but so far he's only at a 2.89 ERA and he's won a game. His whip doesn't look too good, but he's also going up against Toronto, who won't have Bautista, who won't, or no, they will have Bautista. They won't have Pilar. They won't have Donaldson or Tulo. So their offense is pretty bad right now. So Chris Tillman's worth a look. Matt Moore, nope. Michael Waka, I love Michael Waka tonight. I think he can get you at least 20, 25 points. San Francisco is one of the worst hitting teams against right-handed pitchers. Waka's velocity is up. His strikeouts are pretty consistent at around 5 or 6 a game, so I love Michael Waka. Aaron Sanchez, not really a huge fan of tonight. Nate Karns, very interesting play. He's had 3 games just absolutely just balling. He's been excellent. His strikeout numbers are very high, and he's going up against Minnesota. I think he's a very boom or bust play. I think you toss him in a few GPPs because I don't think he'll be high owned at all. And I actually think one of two things will happen. I think he'll be extremely high owned and he'll blow up, like he will get destroyed by Minnesota's offense, or I think he will get very low owned and he'll do excellent. So Nate Karns is always is worth a look there. Down here, I wouldn't really recommend any of the guys here. I will go into this guy, Liz Alberto Bonilla. Um, Colorado's offense, people might see them and kind of shy away from this guy. Bonilla's been a strikeout pitcher all his career. He had 5K, so he has strikeout upside. Bonilla's a guy I might target just because of the fact that he's going to go extremely under-owned, and he's facing a Rockies offense which is not great away from home. So when they're on the road, they're not a great offense, so I might be targeting Bonilla in a few spots. All right, moving on to catchers. You guys know I don't like paying up for catcher. My favorite one today is going to be Jonathan Lucroy if he bets cleanup again. I like Salvi Perez a decent amount. Matt Wieters is worth a look. Moving on. Alex Avila, if he starts, he's been excellent when he's starting this season. Chris Erman might be even worth a look here against Jared Weaver. Uh, let's see. Moving on. Catchers. Yeah, I'm not really liking anyone else down here. You guys know I don't like to pay up for catchers. I like to usually find the cheapest one in the best spot so I can pay up for other positions. First baseman. Goldschmidt is in a great spot. He's going against Jared Weaver, who gives up a ton of home runs. Nothing else much to say there. Um, in or Joey Votto against Tyler Anderson. I don't really like him that much just because Tyler Anderson's a ground ball pitcher. Even though they're in the Great American Ballpark, which is a hitters or a home run, it gives up a lot of home runs. Ian Desmond and Mark Reynolds, I'm not really liking. My favorite first baseman plays Chris Davis here. He's starting to really turn it up. He's had what 5 home runs in his past 4 games. He's turning it on right now. He's had great numbers against Aaron Sanchez, so I love Chris Davis. I also love Ryan Zimmerman, who's had excellent numbers against R.A. Dickey. He had that extremely hot start, kind of cooled down since, but still is a great option. Jay Bruce absolutely demolishes right-handed pitching, so I like Jay Bruce. Um, let's see, moving on. Jose Abreu is interesting against Ariel Miranda. Miranda gives up a lot of fly balls. Josh Bell is interesting against Hellickson. He's batting second, and he's been really solid of late. Let's see, moving on. Cheaper for Danny Valencia is always great against left-handed pitching, so keep him in mind because he's going up against Quintana. I don't know if I'm liking anyone else that much down here anymore. All right, guys, moving on to second baseman. Altuve. Trevor Bauer's really wild. Altuve's been on fire lately, so you could look towards him. I personally like Daniel Murphy against R.A. Dickey more, but the thing about knuckleballers is they're really unpredictable. They could be really on one day and really off the other. R.A. Dickey's been really off this season, so he's coming off a really good game, so you could look towards Daniel Murphy. He's personally my favorite second baseman play. Nate Karns is worse against right-handed hitters, so Brian Dozier is worth a look. If you don't think Nate Karns is going to do well, I'm kind of split on him right now. Devin Travis has had solid numbers against Chris Tillman. Cesar Hernandez is worth a look because he's batting leadoff against Trevor Williams, who's not a good pitcher at all. Chris Taylor is one of my favorite second baseman plays because he's going up against Justin Nicolino, who struggles against right-handed hitting. If Brandon Drury plays, he usually does well, and he's going against Jared Weaver. So Jed Jerko is interesting against Matt Moore, that lefty-righty platoon. Advantage for Jed Jerko, although Matt Moore is just pretty bad to either righties and lefties, to both righties and lefties. So moving on. Let's see. I'm not really liking any of the other guys down here at second base. Yeah, no. All right, moving on to third baseman. Nolan Arenado at the top. Bonilla does dread a lot of strikeouts, and he's going to be in a few turning lineups tonight for me, but he also gives up a ton of fly balls. And the Great American Ballpark gives up a lot of home runs. So if Arenado can get a hold of one and hit one high, it has a chance of hitting a home run. Jake Lamb is my favorite third baseman option against Jared Weaver. Jake Lamb has been so excellent lately. Jared Weaver, we know the story with Jared Weaver. Not a good pitcher at all. Let's see, moving on. Nick Castellanos might be worth a look. I think he's going to go under-owned. Same with Todd Frazier. I really like Todd Frazier today to hit a home run against Ariel Miranda. I already went over Jed Jerko. Jose Reyes is my favorite third baseman play. He's had great numbers. He's had great numbers against Ricky Nolasco, and I think he continues that today. Let's see. Moving on down here for third baseman. Matt Davison could be worth a look. He's really cooled down, but he could always hit a home run, and the matchup with Miranda, he could take advantage of. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not really liking any other third baseman. If Yalmer Sanchez plays and hits high in the order again, he's been excellent. Look at that. I played him in, I think, 2 out of those 4 games where he had 10 plus, and he's still criminally underpriced. So if Yalmer Sanchez plays and bats second, look towards him. All right, moving on to shortstop now. Yeah, shortstops. Okay, we got Correa at the top. I like Correa. I prefer Trey Turner because think about this. R.A. Dickey, knuckleball pitcher. Trey Turner just gets on base once. That's a stolen base right there. Trey Turner, I really like his upside today. I like Gene Segura I to those to my subscribers yesterday, didn't. I told them I wouldn't be giving a lineup just because of the bad slate, and I would extend their membership a day. But I did recommend if they were playing Gene Segura. I loved Gene Segura yesterday, and it paid off, and I like him again today. I like Chris Owings. I like Almedes Diaz. Like I said, I love Jose Reyes. Didi's always worth a look. He's been very consistent this season, and he's still really cheap. Um, Nick Ahmed, whenever I play him, he usually does well. I don't know if I'll play him today, but he's going up against Jared Weaver, so you really can't rule him out. Kike Hernandez might be one of my favorite shortstop value plays. Like I said, Nicolino really struggles against right-handed hitters. Kike Hernandez is a right-handed hitter, and I really like him. Um, let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the guys down here. I really think this real quick. I really think this is funny. So I'm a Yankee fan, and I love. So I'm a big Gleyber Torres guy, the guy we got for in the Roldis Chapman deal, and I think it's really funny how he's in like Double A right now, and he's still priced over Eric Ibar. Just think that's kind of funny. All right, moving on into the outfield. We got Harper at the top. I think he could hit a home run today. He's been excellent this season. Just another Bryce Harper-esque year. His numbers are incredible. So I love Bryce Harper. I don't really like the next two guys in Trout and Betts. I love Charlie Blackmon because I think if he can get a hold of one, I think that ball's going out. JD Martinez is one of my favorite plays. He's been just amazing to start this season. Already 5 home runs. He's going to be batting, I think, third, just because Miggy's going to be out, I'm pretty sure, and Victor Martinez is out too. So I love JD Martinez. I like Aaron Judge. I like the Yankees bats. I like Conforto. His price is up now, but I still like him. I still think he's worth a look. I like Cargo, even though he's been struggling this season. Let's see. I like Brett Gardner. I love Brett Gardner in the spot tonight against Erasmo Ramirez. I really love him. Let's see. Who else? I like Lorenzo Cain. I really like Lorenzo Cain. Hector Santiago gives up a lot of home runs, and I think Lorenzo Cain could take advantage of that. So I really like Lorenzo Cain. Manny Tomas has had good numbers against Jared Weaver. He's a home run hitter, and Jared Weaver, gives up a lot of home runs. So we could look towards him. I like Yasiel Puig to hit a home run today. Like I said, Nicolino struggles with them right-handed bats, and Yasiel Puig is a right-handed bat. Max Kepler, he was off to a hot start this season, kind of cooled down, but I still like him against right-handers. I love Jason Worth. I can't believe I haven't talked about him yet. Yeah, Jason Worth, great numbers against Ari Dickey. So I love Jason Worth. I think he's just gonna be in almost every one of my lineups. Tommy Pham has been great to start his career this season. He's going up against Matt Moore. He has the platoon advantage. I like him. Moving on. Randall Grichuk, you could look towards him if he bats, in the top part of the lineup. If Aaron Hicks plays, which I think I just saw that he was playing, or no, that was Souza. But if Aaron Hicks plays, he usually does well, so I like Aaron Hicks. I like Abisail Garcia. He has been very consistent. He's going up against Ariel Miranda, so I like Abisail Garcia. Josh Reddick, always against right-handers, is always worth a look. Delino De Shields is worth a look because I think he could steal a base or two. Let's see, moving on. Oh, Franklin Gutierrez. If he plays against the left-handed Nicolino, I've been saying, Nicolino struggles against right-handed hitters, so Gutierrez could be worth a look there. And I think, guys, that's gonna be about it for the outfielders that I like. Actually, Guillermo Heredia, I kind of like him if he plays. I don't know if he will, but I like him if he plays because he's very cheap. Scott Van Slyke, if he plays, I think he's a very big sleeper. He usually does well against his career. He's been very solid against left-handed pitching. He's kind of struggled this season, but I like Scott Van Slyke. Yeah, so I think that's gonna be about. Oh, Gregor Blanco, if he plays, be very cheap. So I like Gregor Blanco. I think he'll probably bat lead off. Let's see. Nope, none of these guys. Yeah, I think that's gonna be about it for the outfield. Tyler Collins, you could give him a look, but he just had a monster game a few nights ago. But so if you want to look towards him, you can. But that's gonna be about it for the outfielders, guys. So I'm gonna go through each game, and I'm gonna talk about hitters who I think could hit a home run in each game. First in the first game, Toronto at Baltimore, I think it's Chris Davis. He's already hit a few against Aaron Sanchez. I think he's in a great spot to hit another one. In the Philadelphia versus Pittsburgh game, I'm gonna go with where is he? Aaron Altair, who's been just on another world lately. He's been so solid. I think he could hit one out. Or you could go with Michael Saunders if he plays. I predicted he would hit a home run a few nights ago, and he did. So the next game is Colorado at Cincy. I'm going to be going Charlie Blackmon. He's one of my. I think he can hit a home run, and either Charlie Blackmon or Nolan Arenado. I think those are my two guys to hit a home run in that game. Let's see. Moving on, New York at Tampa Bay. I'm going to be going. I think I'm going to be going Gary Sanchez here. I think Gary Sanchez hits a home run today against Erasmo Ramirez. I probably won't be playing him either way just because he's too expensive at catcher. And you guys, I've said it before, I don't like paying up at catcher. But I think Gary Sanchez can hit one out. Angels versus Mets. I'm going to go either Jose Reyes or Jay Bruce. Jose Reyes, like I said, has great numbers against Nolasco and has already hit a few home runs against him. And Jay Bruce can just hit right into pitching really well. So I like Jay Bruce. The next game up is Texas at Detroit. I like JD Martinez. I think JD Martinez continues his torrid start to the season. I think he can hit another one. Washington, Atlanta, Jason Worth. I think Jason Worth hits a home run. He already has against Dickey a few times in his career. I like Jason Worth. Cleveland at Houston. Jeez, I think I'm going to go with J.J. Redick for this game. I like J.J. Redick to hit a home run against Trevor Bauer. KC, Minnesota, I'm going to go Brian Dozier to hit a home run. Moving on, San Francisco, St. Louis, I'm going to go Dexter Fowler to hit a home run. I like Dexter Fowler. He's switch hitter against Matt Moore. I like him. The next game is, where is it? Boston at Oakland. It's not going to be an Oakland hitter because I'm not going to ever predict a home run against Chris Sale. It's going to be a Red Sox hitter. And I think I'm going to go with, hold on, where is he? Hanley. I think Hanley hits a home run here. It's been a while since Hanley's hit one. I think he hits one today. Chicago White Sox against Seattle. Nelson Cruz is the guy I like to hit a home run. Or Jose Abreu or Todd Frazier. Arizona, San Diego, Yosmani Tomas is the guy to hit a home run. Or Goldschmidt. Miami, Los Angeles. I like Puig. I really love Puig tonight in this spot. Another guy you could look towards is Chris Taylor, who I think could hit a home run, especially I think he's really worth a look if he bats in the upper part of the order. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like on it, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys later.